Just checking that my audio and such is enabled. Yes, so should all be working. Yeah, let's get my phone on as well so I can see any comments.
It was also to see if the thing's working or not.
Yeah. Working or not? Yeah. I can hear me.
Yep, that's good. That right, good, it works. Test, marvellous. Right, okay. So, British Grand Prix. Austria was a close race. We're expecting a few different strategy calls.
I think the most likely strategy you will see in the race will be a two-stop, but in how they go about it could be different. But you will see a few people do three as well. But it also depends on weather. You can't discount the fact that it could rain.
Yeah, as we do live in the Caribbean.
Supposedly.
We share our weather system. Oh god, it's wet.
We've got a wet quality.
And we have to skip it.
No, it's short quality, so we don't. We put it short, so there's only 10 of us. Because there's only 10, they might as well effectively go straight to Q3, so you might as well just do short quality.
So everyone is going to... Well, this is interesting. In the final halfway through the session,
it's going to dry
at 10 minutes, it's dry.
Yeah, it's going to dry up, so...
So no one's going to go out there at all. Is
the
race wet? No, the race is dry.
No. Race is dry, but getting cloudier as the race goes on, and getting cooler. So, it won't rain, but could affect how the tyres behave at the end of the race, maybe? Dougie's gone straight out. I think the more important question is, are we going to see the end of Mayhem's run here tonight?
This is his weakest track.
He's been on about it all week that this is not his strongest track, but I hear that a lot from a few drivers, and they always seem to still do well. So we'll see. You are going out there. Just to announce as well, we have got a new driver in gp2 today, a driver called Top88. All the way from Delaware in America, his connection seems pretty good. Coming from someone who lives all the way over in the States. And he seemed pretty quick in our practices a few hours ago. And maybe another one to give me a headache. If the forecasts are correct, this first half of quality you're going to witness is going to be completely irrelevant.
Just adds a little bit of practice for people who want to do running.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we try that again? Sorry, I was being told that my could not be heard on your stream. Nothing to do with broadcast settings, it was to do with party settings.
Yeah, I can hear you now on my video, so yes, we are now good.
Keep on getting ranted by some of the YouTube viewers saying, "Sort your mic out!" Anyway, back to what's happening now.
Focus.
We've got Dougie out on the track now. Is he the only car out on track?
No, we've got about 8 drivers out there at the moment.
Oh, it's just I can only view one of them.
At the moment, Dougie's going to be the first to set a lap.
Oh, there we go. Now I've sorted out now. Right, so Mayhem's on the lap at the moment. White's on lap at third position at the moment. It's also another thing we've got to consider is there's going to be a few penalties in this race, we believe, given that this is quite a stringent track.
Yeah, we assume there will be a few corner cut warnings, drive-through penalties for speeding in the pit lane in particular could be a major factor today. Dougie sets the first lap on 1 minute 50.5, which is immediately beaten by Dave 25, it goes to 1:46.9.
But Mayhem's up in both first and second sectors.
As is Prenter, just about to complete the lap, although it looks like he might have just invalidated it. Yes, he did. He would have done a 1:44.8.
Mayhem's coming out the final corner now. He goes top on a 45.0, so Prenter should. Prenter might.
Prenter would have been quicker if he'd done the lap without.
And he gained all of his time in the final sector.
Anyone else? J19. 33 flat, 44.6, first 2 sectors.
Because to be honest, the race is only going to be, we believe, mainly between the two people at who. Whoa, Dougie, hold that right. Had a bit of a fishtail coming out of cops.
Is that getting onto the curb?
Yeah, on the exit curve at cops.
Alright, J19 has just gone into P2 with a 46.4. And half a second quicker than Dave 25. Right, how are these connections for the Ferrari boys today? Because I was informed they were getting brand new internet yesterday, having their broadband upgraded yesterday.
It seems to be doing alright so far.
All white, he says. Slammed into the wall.
Got away with it though, just.
Yeah, got away with that, but just shows that even in these conditions, it's not necessarily flat down the old pit straight. Dougie's had another excursion off the track.
Did Prenter? No, Prenter has done a lap now. But he's at purple final and middle sectors, but made a massive mistake in the first sector because 4 seconds off.
Exactly, yeah. He's probably, I would have to guess, either coming out of turn 1 or maybe coming out of the turn he's coming through now onto the one open straight, maybe loose rear or something along those lines. Also, he's going again. There's a 32.1.
You can, right, apparently the rain will be stopping very soon as the current weather forecast now says it's now just cloudy.
Yes.
Prenter's purple in sector 1.
Not to sound too impressed, but my YouTube video is only 10 seconds behind my stream on my TV. I'm quite happy.
Prenter now comes through the middle sector and has done a 44.3, which puts him a couple of tenths behind his personal best. More importantly though, 1 tenth slower than Mayhem, so now actually equal in pace. All comes down now to the final sector, even though we suspect these laps count for nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna get dry before the end of the session.
We're halfway through the session now, and I still think it's raining.
Yeah, you're right. You're all right. There is rain still coming
down.
Right,
Prenter goes top.
Go first.
44.7. First one into the 30. First one into the 44s. Excuse me. Another thing to bear in mind is have a look at the speed trap times sure gives you an indication who will be quick down the straights and who won't be.
Yeah. Old matey boy has gone flying off at turn 3.
So he has.
Now, is this a smart move or a bit of a mistake here from Charlie G? He's left it till now to go out.
Has it actually stopped raining, or is
There
it
is
still?
It's the odd drop, but it's definitely getting lighter. The thing is, this track does dry up very quickly.
Dave's invalidated his lap.
Charlie's
But
about to
he's still
start
third.
his. A lot of understeer out the last corner.
Quite a lot of drivers haven't set a lap time yet. Matey Boy hasn't set a lap, Charlie hasn't set a lap, Mike hasn't set a lap, and our new driver, the American, has not set a lap either.
Daytop. Call him Daytop.
Daytop, right. Matey Boy's pulling off. You're letting traffic go.
I'm assuming he is. There's no point retiring because you believe the time.
I think it has actually stopped raining now. I think.
Charlie, 32.7, sector 1.
That's 6/10 off in first sector to the quick guys. J19's coming out on another set of inters, but it does not look like it's raining anymore.
No, it's not.
Ugh.
It has stopped.
Under 8 minutes to go and it's just stopped raining. Ooh, right, okay. Now, the thing is, what Mayhem's on an outlap and he's on inters again. So, what tyres do you now go on then for qualifying? Now we're going to have like a 5-minute shootout. Do you go for an easy 2-stop and start on the mediums to keep your options open, or do you go for a possible 3-stop and start on the softs?
I think in these conditions, it might limit them to maybe just go on the softs, because if it's still a little bit damp, those medium and hards, or medium, sorry, if they've chosen that strategy, may not necessarily work.
It all depends on who can get the tyres warm. Mayhem's having massive double locking up issues.
Charlie coming around the last corner now. What's it, 5th? 46.5.
That puts him only 600ths behind J19.
White also coming out on inters. 6.5 minutes to go. Will it dry up?
Got to concentrate now on Mayhem as he's now on second. Will he catch and pass Prenta? Coming up to his first second time now. 32.2, exactly the same of what he did beforehand. He's got traffic, I think that's Charlie, yeah.
I think Charlie's on another lap as well. I think he's going again. Validated his right hand.
No, I think he's pulling off. I don't know, I can't tell.
And he's still in front of him.
No!
Oh, Mayhem's hit the back of him. Well, in theory, if Charlie's on a lap, he hasn't got to move out the way.
No, he's not. Charlie has invalidated his lap time.
He has.
Yeah,
well,
because the lap time stopped.
okay,
His first sector time was a 33.4 and he invalidated it at 38, I think.
So that would have been through.
Yeah, 38 seconds invalidated. So that's yeah.
And sort of the Woodcote Luffield area. Invalidated. So if that's the case, then that's a little bit naughty, not getting out of the way. If
we can check the race director as soon as Charlie's crossed the lines. Will come up in that.
Now Mayhem got the box.
And indeed, Charlie did invalidate his lap time on lap 2. Left the track.
Okay. Oh, there's a Ferrari stopped at the last chicane.
Which one?
But is it me or is this track? I don't know, because I was on board with Mayhem. I think it was white. J19's coming through Stone now. Is it me or is it getting a lot drier out there?
It looks like it's getting dry, but they've got to hurry up. Oh, Dougie's on it, mediums. Dougie's on mediums.
Dougie's thrown the dice.
But it's
right.
too early. It looks way too early though.
But will it be too... Oh, Whiteside's nearly lost it coming out of the last turn. And Dougie's backed off already. Is he on an outlap?
No, Dougie's on an outlap.
He's on an outlap, okay.
It might well be better to actually qualify on the inters, and then Daytop's coming back in now as well. So will he go on to the dries? But I'm looking at Dougie now, and looks like he's struggling.
I would have probably gone to the soft if I was going to use drives at all.
Yes.
For the extra grip. Mediums is a brave call in these damp conditions.
White's coming up behind him. He's going to catch him in the Maggers and Beckett section. Dougie stays out of the way. Good. Dougie goes straight. Very brave. Very, very clever driving there.
There's still some spray being picked up on these tyres, which is just, I think, preventing...
Oh, Mayhem's on a good lap. 31.9 first sector. 44.8 though middle sector. It's gone away.
That's off. That's off, yeah.
Yeah, it's gone away though.
This is not going to be an improvement.
What I was going to say, would it be an option to start or to keep qualifying on the intermediates, and then you get fresh new tyres for the race?
I think if you're at the front, definitely. Dougie's coming straight back in.
Yeah, it looks way too early.
2 minutes 49. There's enough time for one more lap. Anyone in the pit, will they dare try it? Just to hope it dries up.
J19 now goes up to 4th. Right, 200ths behind Dave 1025. So we've got Force India, Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren top 5.
There's a lot of understeer from Whiteside coming out of coming through Cops there. Done a 33.3 first sector, which is about a second off.
Mayhem's 32.1. He's up again in the first sector. But he's 2 miles an hour slower than his teammate down the straight in a straight line, which would obviously suggest he was running slightly more aero. Taking very gingerly through Maggers and Beckett, keeping it nice and tidy.
I think it's drying up. These guys are getting a hell of a lot of understeer now.
43.7 middle sector. That's purple again. That is purple.
This is going to be quick. If he can get this last sector right.
Daytop's on softs.
Has he gone up? Where is he on track?
He's just literally come out.
He's not got enough time to get round.
Prenter's out on an outlap as well, but he's just finished the first sector. He might have enough time, and he's on inters again.
Mayhem 44.
White's in the pit lane. Charlie's come out now. It's too late.
44.3 for Mayhem.
So that puts him 4 tenths on pole, but still again not as quick as Parenta in the final sector.
Daytop it still looks like it's too early for the drives, and he hasn't got enough time to get around anyway.
It was worth a shot though.
It was, but
remember, we've got to remember though, Parenta's time was set on, I think, the 3rd lap he did. Also, it was a lot wetter than when he did his lap.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave this soon, move it down the road. I've got to leave coming up to time.
But it seems like only Prenta, I think, will be the only person to threat Mayhem at pole. He's just about to cross the line with just under 20 seconds to go, so he has timed this really well.
Will the tyres hold on? Will it stay damp enough? Right. I am going to leave, unfortunately.
Goes into turn 1. He's got a lot. Back end went away from him on the initial turn, but saved it just about. Massive lockup going into turn 3. Keeping it nice and tidy through turn 4.
Put your string in.
Coming down into the Wellington straight now. Remember, a fast first sector times a low 32, high 31. He's a 31.8. He's 3 tenths up on Mayhem in the first sector. this is not done. Is Mayhem on another lap? No, Mayhem's done. Mayhem's done.
Off.
So it's only Prenta that can stop Mayhem's party. Lot of understeer through cops. As we now come into Maggots and Beckett's. Mayhem was a little bit tentative through here. Will Prenta looks a lot quicker through Maggots and Beckett's. He's using a lower gear though through the final bit of it. Will that cost him? What's the middle sector like? Is it a mid 43? No, it's a 44-1. That'll put him very, very close to Mayhem at the moment. It all depends on this final sector, which Prenta has been really quick in. Big lock-up going into the start of the chicane. Clips the apex again. It's all about traction now and whether or not he will get the pole. As he crosses the line now. Oh, 19 thousandths behind! Oh my god! Oh wow! 19
How
thousandths!
close do you want it to be?
19 thousandths behind. How close do you want this to be now? We thought they were close at Austria with a massive gap of 600ths, excuse me. Now it's 19 thousandths. But we've still got cars crossing the line. But as it stands, it's still Mayhem, Prenta, Dave, J19 and Charlie, the top 5. Followed by the second force injury of Matey Boy, then White, then Daytop. Dougie finished back down in 10th, so the challenge that he tried on the mediums did not work. And that seems to be the end of qualifying.
Interesting though, am I seeing that correct? Did Daytop set his fastest on the soft?
Yes, he did, yes.
So that either meant he had a very poor times on Inter.
He only did one lap. No, he only did one lap, and the lap he did was on the intermediates. So he might have crossed the line on the softs.
Ah, he was out on the softs at the time.
Yeah,
yes,
there you go. There you go. The actual qualifying
results
results shows everyone was on the intermediates.
Okay.
But 200ths of a second separate the top two. Then what I didn't realise, another 200ths of a second covers third and fourth. With 10.25 and J19.
Look at that.
And then 2 tenths separates 6th and 7th. Matey Boy and White. In the middle of them two pairs is Charlie.
You got 10th at the back as well. Whiteside and Dougie as well.
Yeah. So
we've got little groups here.
Yeah, 2 by 2 formation here.
Well, it's according to that as well. The results there, it says it's 200ths the gap between Mayhem and Prenta, not 19 thousandths anymore, which is weird.
Might have just rounded it up.
Yeah, it may have done. Well, you might as well count down the clock to the grid. We're already 1 minute into the 5-minute break.
Right, let me start the 4-minute counter as we know. It's quite funny. Alright, I thought it said the... Oh, okay, I've just had a look at my timer. It says when timer ends. I thought it said when the world ends. But...
Someone needs to press go. Someone needs to press advance so we end up on the grid.
Yeah,
come on,
there
guys.
we go. Right. Well, I've pressed it now, so now we're actually on going.
Yeah.
Right, now, this is the next question. We remember in Silverstone 2012, I think this was, 12 or 13, where it was intermediates for qualifying. So the top guys had their decision on what tyres to start on.
Yes.
The pole man started on the hardest tyre, and that worked out for him as he in the first stint.
Yes.
Will this happen
correct,
again?
Yes. It's possible. I think.
Has the weather
Mayhem...
the weather forecast has not changed. It gets a bit more forecast in between the middle and 2/3 race distance, and then it's sort of
more forecast. Do you mean more cloudy?
So more overcast. It's full of Murrayisms. But there's not much because these are what the guys are going to be interested in. The Sec 2 pit stop time apparently will be 84:12. 3 stops is 84:15. So it's only about 3 seconds in it. So you could theoretically run the 2. So even if we see people pitting 4 laps before the other person, then before someone else, then this is what we're saying.
Yeah, because I think it's more difficult on a 2 stop if you haven't to start on the tyre you used in quali.
Yeah.
So if you use the softs in quali and obviously you've already done 2-3 laps on them, then the 2 stop becomes a little bit more tricky.
I would like to point out as well that the when it says the protected times, these are 2 soft stints and a medium stint for the 2 stop, and 3 softs and 1 medium. So it doesn't include the harder tyre at all.
That's interesting.
And this is even including if people decide to go medium, hard, medium. Because if they do that way, then someone on a free stop, the traditional free stop, would be quicker. It's going to be all over the place. This is going to be. We have 90 seconds until the race starts.
Let me know when they're on the formation lap and I'll rejoin.
Well, stay joined for this one. This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be how this is going to play out. With multitude of different strategies, a 2 or 3 stop doesn't make much of a difference. We've got everyone starting on brand new tyres.
Safety cars are a possibility here as well. Speeding, everything. Anything can happen.
The race could be decided on a penalty.
Yes, I was just about to say that. You nipped it in my mouth.
We've only got 30 seconds left now until the race starts. And remember, turn 1 is really quick, so we could have an incident into turn 1, and then we've got pretty much coming back on yourself turn 3 as well. So if anyone loses it in turn 2 so spectacularly, could, in theory, cause mayhem.
Yeah,
see what I did there?
On a heavy fuel load, it's not flat through turn 1 on heavy fuel.
Oh right, the timer is done.
And for those who are on the inside of the track on the grid, are obviously going to have to lift that a little bit more because they've got that much tighter entry in the turn 1, which could
I'm a little bit concerned that the fact that we've got 15 seconds to go. Oh, we go. Charlie's readied up now. I was going to say no one's readied up. We've got 10 seconds to go. Right. Okay. We are now just about to start the formation lap. We're on the formation lap now.
Yeah, I'm just...
Matey Boy's not here.
He may choose... Some people choose not to do the...
Doug, right, this is the interesting thing we was just talking about. Dougie is starting on the harder tyre. On the hard tyre. He's starting the race on. So... we don't know what the top guys... I don't know what the top guys are running, but imagine...
I'll let you know when I join.
The best tyre to probably start on would be the mediums. Sort of a happy medium.
Yes. I'm just coming in onto screen now. Please wait. Come on, load. There we go. Right, so Mayhem is on the soft, as is Prenta.
Right, okay, so it's an equal playing field now. Okay.
Dave 1025 also soft. J19 medium. Charlie soft. Matey Boy is on the medium. White also on the medium. Daytop soft. Whiteside soft. Dougie hard.
Yeah, the Dougie one will be an interesting one. See how that plays out for him.
But the first three are all on the soft.
And if we remember from qualifying, Mayhem's top speed is not as good as Prenter's. We know this is a long race, and we know Mayhem does get half decent starts. So will Prenter get a run going down the Wellington Straight?
Or will the extra downforce that we believe Mayhem is running give him the traction out of the corner? Does mean Prenter can't get near him. This will be entertaining extremely, I think is the best way this race will be. It's an extremely entertaining race. Do not go away, people. As the lights are 3 lights, that's 4 and 5, and we are away in Silverstone. And again, Mayhem, a good start, but Prenter right behind him. Day 10.25 third. Charlie round the outside of J19 into 4.
Oh, White's had an issue into turn 1.
Dave having a look at the inside of Prenter into 3, not making it stick. J19 has got back past Charlie in that first few corners. But Prenter's close. Prenter is close to Mayhem.
I can see on the map he's gaining, but doesn't seem to be close enough.
Charlie's got back past J19, so J19 and Charlie have passed each other about 4 times already this lap.
What we've got to assume is also people wouldn't have done that many laps in the wet. So if they've got their setup more for the dry, we could have a slight weird situation of having a mixed up grid. Mike Whiteside round the outside, going in.
Prenter and Mayhem have collided. Prenter's sparking Maggots. They were side by side going into Maggots and Beckett, and Prenter has come worse off in that. Prenter is now in P8 behind Whiteside.
Question is now, so who's right up behind Mayhem then? Because there's 2 dots really close. Is that Charlie?
It'll be Dave 1025 and Charlie, yes, with J19 right behind Charlie as well. It is a Mercedes 1-2.
Right, okay, let's retire and join the action.
Prenter has already passed Whiteside, and past Daytop as well. And Matey Boy, and he's going for Matey Boy as well. This could be 3 positions in 3 corners. It is.
Okay, I've got a slight issue here.
What's up?
I cannot retire in the pit lane.
Why not?
It's every time I press pause, it's refreshing the screen.
Keep trying. Just keep trying. Looks like White has had an issue. He's got grass on his tyres. He's now at the back.
I can't actually pause at all.
Use the controller if you can.
Yeah, I know. I'm even using the controller, but that doesn't pause it either. Right, okay. I might have to do a hard exit then. If I go round again and doing the pit lane again.
So Prenter's looking quick. He's already on the back of J19. This will be, if he gets this done before the end of the lap, this will be 4 positions he's gained on lap 2.
Well, we know Prenter likes Silverstone though.
He's not going to get past J19. No, he's right on the back of J19. And he does the fastest lap. Around the outside of turn 1. Wow! How did he make that stick? And we've got Charlie on the back of Dave 1025, who's dropped off a lot from his teammate. He's already nearly 3 seconds off. He's lost 3 seconds nearly in a lap. I'm not sure what's happened there. But he's got Charlie and Prenter now closing in fast.
It's weird.